So the first thing we're going to do is what we refer to as speed cuffing, in which case when I place the handcuffs on my individual, I'm going to start on one side and come across to the other. All right, Greg, if you would go ahead and face that direction for me. Place your feet about shoulder width apart. Point your toes away from each other. Lean forward at the waist. Bring your arms straight back. If you'll notice, I'm moving. As I'm moving, it changes the angle that my voice is hitting the individual. This causes a little bit of confusion in his mind as far as where I'm at, so that if he decides to become assaultive, I may not be where he thinks I am. Now that he's in what we call a position of advantage, I'm going to come in and apply the handcuffs. Since most of the world's population is right-handed, I'm going to restrain the right hand first. All right. As I hold the cuffs, the center part is pinched down between my fingers. I have a cuff up by my index finger and a cuff down by my pinky. As I come in, I'm going to roll them over. I'm going to take the pinky cuff and place it at the base of his thumb. And on a count of three, I'm going to push down on the cuff and pull up on his hand. 1, 2, 3. Tighten down just enough that it secures the hand. I don't want to tighten up too much because that'll end up causing nerve damage and tissue damage. Once that cuff is secured, I'm going to reach across and grab his other hand, similar to a handshake, and I'm going to pull it straight into the second cuff. 1, 2, 3. Okay, stand up for me. So if he leans forward, you'll notice that the silver bars are facing down. If he stands up, you'll notice that the red bars are facing the top. This is what we call over the top, or what's also known as speed cuffing. The speed cuffing is very quick, as you can tell. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it down, it's extremely fast. The second method is going to allow me to come underneath his hands instead of coming over the top like we do in speed cuffing. This method is used generally for situations when I'm not exactly sure how the individual is going to respond when I place him in handcuffs. If there's an even slightest doubt in my mind that he's going to become assaultive, this is going to give me a slight advantage. All right, again, go and face that way for me. Place your feet shoulder width apart. Point your toes away from each other. Lean forward to the waist. Bring your arms straight back. For coming underneath, all right, again, I take the handcuffs. I'm going to come and restrain that right hand again. So as I come in, I'm going to take this top cuff and place it at the base of his palm. Secure the hand. 1, 2, 3. Now what this allows me is that if he decides to become unruly or assaultive, all I have to do is simply torque up on the handcuff, and that causes him some discomfort within his wrist and his elbow. All right, it's what we call the steel wrist lock. Once I have this hand secured, I'm going to reach across and grab the other hand. Now because my second cuff is towards the bottom, I'm going to come up underneath the base of this palm. And in one motion, I'm going to bring the hands together. 1, 2, 3. As he leans forward, you'll notice that the red bars are going across the bottom. If he stands up, you'll notice the silver bars are going across the top. Each situation is going to be different, depending on how the individual officer feels and the kind of hesitation or the kind of response that he's getting from his particular individual. The officer might decide to do the underneath handcuffing, which gives him the opportunity to provide or apply the steel wrist lock.
Cuffs don't come out until I make restraint contact. I've established control. Put your hands behind you, sir. Knuckles together, thumbs up, bend forward, sir. A little bit more, spread your legs. I'm coming to take your hand, sir. I will be putting the handcuffs on you. Bring your arms out straight, a little bit more straighter for me, sir. That's when the cuffs come out. I have a strong grip. My cuffs were loaded, but even though they were loaded, I still take control here. Open them so that I can see. I make it a tight fist. I want to come across the bone. That's why they go on. I want to click them. I lose control. I'm in a 2.5 point position. He's working against metal. That's why it hurts. I'm trying to cut down the liability. I use control of my God's notch on his tendon tricep, and I give him space of where I want him to go. Down, sir. Down, down, down. Bending it, taking control with the knees. I'm not putting weight on his back or neck. It's common. I need to control that. I have it here, pinched on the arm. When he tries to get up, I grab down. So I want to maintain control with the wrist. At any time that I need more control, down, stay down. I can get up. I can arm bar. I can lock the arm out. I'm trying to avoid positional prone, asphyxia, and excited delirium. I need to get these cuffs double locked. I need to get them out of this position as quickly as possible. I have the wrist high. I have good control. Keys are still facing me. Give me your other hand. He doesn't want to. Give me your other hand, sir. Give me your other hand. Get control, finger and thumb. Don't be afraid to pull it up. Come across the bones so that you can close. Keep talking to them. Are you okay, sir? Are you all right? Stay calm. Where are my keys? My keys are in? Left pocket, because I'm right hand dominant. Now I need to double lock them. Are you okay, sir? What's your name?
Alan.
Where are you coming from? I'm just double locking your cuffs, sir, so that they don't hurt you anymore. Stay calm. I'm going to turn you around. I want to put my keys away. I still don't have too much weight on him. I'm checking. Is he hot? Is he sweating? Is he flushed? I'm going to turn you over in a sitting position. Control the head. Keep his chest up. Let him breathe. His chin up. Feel him. Make sure he's okay. Check the cuffs. Make sure they haven't hurt him more. Make sure he's not damaged. I'm going to rock you up, sir. Heels together. I'm going to rock you on 3. 1, 2, and on 3, pop him up into an escort position of hammerlock and shoulder control. Or back to the initial and original goosehead control. And that's how it's done. Position, you see I can move his body a lot with the head. So I have my knee for support. Put your soles together, sir, your heels together. More, sir. More, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm going to rock you on 3. We're going to stand up. I want to rock him. 1, 2, and on 3, when I rock, I go into a escort or support position. Not a lot of pressure. I didn't crank. I go into a dominant position of control. I have a wrist lock. I have the elbow control. If I need to bring him back down, if you see, I have his wrist locked, but as I pull him down, I pull this down, I let go of the wrist, and I support him. I support him. That's going to be very important. Good.